It's recording.
Okay, welcome class. So today we're going to review some of what we learned in last class. Do you remember learning about pollution? Can somebody tell me what pollution means? Raylan, do you remember what pollution means?
It is when harmful chemicals hurt the earth, all living creatures.
Hurt living creatures? Yeah. So, sources of air pollution that we learned about last time are things like fires, or factories, or from cars, traffic. Remember that? So that's a key word today. So today we will be learning about pollution in Washington, in our state. So I'll put you in pairs first, so you will be a pair, you a pair, and you two in the back. And with your partner, write on one sticky note something you know about pollution in Washington or anywhere, and something you want to know.
I don't know what I wanted to.
So this lesson, just to pause, will help you learn about air pollution in Washington so that you can help keep the air clean and so you can keep your family safe. Once you finish, please come up and put your paper on the board and tell us what you wrote. Annie, what did you write about what you want to know?
I wrote, where is air pollution the worst in Washington State?
Good question.
I wrote so what I know the pollution can get into the water and hurt. I wrote what I want to know which city in Washington has the worst air pollution.
I wrote what I know it's one of the states with the cleanest air, and but it's going down.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
And why does the air turn yellow?
Okay. Okay, so today we will learn the answers to some of these questions. We're going to learn about pollution in this state, but we're also learning how to make a poster about it so that you can choose next week your own place where you have lived to talk about pollution there. So you can teach people here what your home place is like. So to make our poster, you're going to make a poster with your partner. And you're going to use a graphic organizer. overlying too much. Okay, so. I'm sorry. So when you make your poster, you're going to answer questions similar to these about your place. But for now, let's learn about Washington. Can everyone have scissors? What about tape? Okay. So for the first one, Annie, will you ask me question number 1? So the U.S. is one of the less polluted countries in the world. So you can write on your graphic organizer. Oh, right here. Do you guys need something? No, I'm not okay. I was gonna do like color coded everything, but it's not colored. Okay, so can we? I'm just gonna skip that part, that writing part. So Bronwyn, can you ask me question number 3?
What are sources of pollution in Washington?
So one of the sources. Oh, I'm gonna rewind. Okay, so first, look on your page for the picture of Washington State. It looks like this. And cut out that picture. And you're going to tape it to the middle circle. Okay? So I'll do it with you. Okay. So did everyone get that in the middle? And on the middle, write WA for Washington State. WA for Washington. Okay, is everyone get that? Good. So next, to answer your question, we're going to label these circles around it. So in the first one, write sources of pollution. And remember, anytime, if you don't know a word, if you want me to spell it, you can ask, how do you spell pollution, right? Or if you want me to say it again, you could say, can you say that again? Can everyone repeat that? Can you say that again?
Say that again.
And number 2, how do you spell pollution?
How do you spell pollution?
And this one is, if you don't know what it means, if you're confused, you could say, what does pollution mean?
What does pollution mean?
Yeah, so anytime, just ask. So sources of pollution. And then for the second one, write effects on the environment. And then for this circle, write effect on And for the last one, write solutions. Okay. Okay, so let's repeat question 3. Shane, would you ask me question 3?
What are sources of pollution in Washington?
So one source of pollution in Washington is cars. So look at your paper and find a picture of a car. And put that next to sources of pollution. And with your partner, write next to it, biggest source next to cars. Biggest source. The second cause of bad air quality is outdoor burning. So people might burn tiles in their backyard or outdoor fires or forest fires, and it makes the air smoky. Right next to that, you can write summertime. That's the biggest cause of bad air quality in the summer. And then the last one is smoke from fireplaces and wood stoves. That's big for the air quality in the wintertime. So find a picture of a house with smoke coming out. That is our third source of pollution. And next to that, you can write wintertime. Okay. Okay, Bronwyn, can you ask me question, I left out a part. Environment. Bronwyn, can you ask me what the effects of pollution are on the environment?
What are the effects of pollution on the environment in Washington?
Yeah, so one of the effects on the environment is it makes animals sick. So find a picture of Washington state animals. Cut that out and you can put it in the first circle next to effects on the environment. Did anyone find my lesson?
No.
I'll just take that time to do it.
And then,
511 and 526.
oh, okay, cool.
You're 15.
Okay, I'll cut it quick.
So next to animals, I have a fun fact for you. The state animal is the Olympic marmot. Who wants to ask me one of these questions about it?
How can you spell marble?
Yeah, so for the whole word, you say Olympic marmot.
What is a marmot?
It's a mammal. There's a little picture in the bottom left corner of your little animal picture that shows the Olympic marmot.
What does Olympic mean?
Olympic is based on the area. I think it's because it's the Olympic Peninsula. I don't know. The next thing is it affects plants. So find a picture of a flower, and that represents Washington plants because that is the state flower. So the state flower is called a rhododendron. Can someone ask me how to spell rhododendron?
How do you spell rhododendron?
That is the state flower. I hope you can see that. Rhododendron. And for the last one, effects on the environment is global climate change. So we learned about that last class, remember? It affects the whole planet, climate change on the whole planet. So find a picture of a planet and cut that out. That goes in the last one. And you can write climate change. Annie, will you ask me what the effects are on people?
What are some of the effects of pollution on people?
So some effects on people, one of them is when there's pollution, it contributes to heart disease. So find a picture of a sad heart. Has a disease. Okay. Next to that, you can write heart disease. And then another effect on people is breathing problems. So find a picture of a person's face. Can you tell me what that person has? What breathing problem they have? Does anyone know?
Asthma.
Yeah, so they have asthma. So right next to it, asthma. And the third effect I have for people is birth defects. So find a picture of a baby and put that in the last circle. This was meant to be colorful. So you can write next to this one, birth problem. And then, who haven't I asked? Raylan, can you ask me question number 5?
What are some ways to keep the air clean?
So, these are good solutions for all these bad effects on the environment and people. So, one solution is to drive less. So, instead of driving, you can walk or run places, or you can bike. So, find a picture of a bike and put that next to solutions. Next to that, you can write walk or bike. Walk or bike. Another solution is to plant trees. So find a picture of hand with a tree. So trees keep the air clean. So planting more trees will clean the air. So you can write next to that, trees clean the air. And then in our last one, your last picture shows a fire with a cross through it. That means don't burn things. Don't burn piles of waste in your yard, right? Don't start fires. So I guess you can write burn less. Okay. So now everyone look at my poster to make sure it matches yours. So you know how to make a poster with these graphic organizers. So I will give you a copy so that when you go home, you can make your own about your post. Okay, so you need to make a poster for next week. We're going to present. So next week, I will teach you how to talk about the poster. Okay, so everyone get out a paper and pencil and write the place that you want to talk about with your poster. So it can be any place that you have lived before. And this way you can teach people here about where you have lived. And if they learn about solutions there, maybe they can help. People can learn how to keep the air clean everywhere. Okay, so Annie, what was your idea for a place to write about?
My idea was in Seattle.
Seattle?
Yeah, so just
That's a good place. More polluted than here, for sure. And Raylan, did you have a place?
yeah, I said Seattle, China.
You lived there?
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool. Those are good ideas. So, how am I on the line?
No.
Okay, so, let's talk about what we learned. So everyone write something you learned. It can be about air quality or about Washington or about making posters, anything you want. Bring it up to learn and tell me what you learned.
I learned that the state animal is the Olympic llama.
That's good.
I learned that fires are the biggest source of pollution in Washington state.
I learned that cars are the biggest source of pollution in Washington State.
Yeah, it was,
Summer, right?
well, yeah, so cars are the biggest source of pollution overall. But fires are the biggest cause of bad air quality in the summer.
I learned riding bikes can cut down on air pollution.
Good job. That's a good idea. You guys want to do something or? No. No? Okay. Cool. So, okay, so for homework, I'm going to pretend that I handed out this handout to you, but I only have one copy. So it's a copy of the questions you will do to do your research about your place. So where is it? How polluted compared to other countries? And then other places within that country. And then each of these questions. I think I'm done.
Yeah, you're at 12 or 12 minutes. I don't get you.
Oh. Oh, I see.
You've done them?
Oh, you started it. Yeah, I see. I get it.
All right. No, it wasn't. It was good.